How are we all? Are we all good? Excuse the voice. I had the flu over Christmas and my voice still hasn't come back. Anyway, so it's New Year's. It's about I think it's the first week of January. I don't know what day it is. Anyway, I have changed my flat around a bit, as you can probably see. These two big things never used to be here. So if you've been here before, you've seen that I've done lots of videos in front of two bookshelves that were quite small and brownish, and they sit, or used to sit, there, and they were about the same height as that desk there. I don't know my left from right, trying to move my arm is very tricky. Anyway, they were smaller, and I ran out of friggin' room, and there were January sales on, and I had a little bit of Christmas money, so I bought these. It's taken a while to get them in this flat, but we've got there in the end. And now all of my books are in 3 boxes dotted around my flat, and I am about to put them back on these shelves, and hopefully there'll be some room this time round for more books over time. And also I get to put my my board games on here. Yes, there is an exercise bike. No, I don't use it. We all know I don't use it. I don't have the leg power to do that, but I had it, excuse me, years ago, and it's too heavy and too big to move from the flat, and it's just stayed here. So basically, it's a clothes dryer. It's where I dry my bras. Fascinating. You needed to know that about my life. So I thought I would do a little speedy up montage of me putting up my shelves. I should say that I'm currently on a massive amount of caffeine, which is extremely bad for my health and extremely bad for my heart, and I am going to be now in bed probably for about 3 or 4 days after this, because the amount of energy and pain it is going to take. But I'm doing it anyway, because it's my life. I get to do what I want with it, sometimes. So enjoy the madness of me putting, or trying to put, my books back up. I'm going to organise them into piles first. I don't alphabetise my bookshelves. I don't colour code them. I put my books away in genre. So children's books, romantic books, sci-fi-ish, dystopian books. They all get clumped together because that's the easiest way for me to be able to find a book, because I am dyslexic, so I can't do alphabetised. So yeah, I will put these in piles and then we will get putting them on shelves. Hello again. The hair is up. Serious business. So, new plan. I am not going to do a montage of all my books going up on my shelf. I will show you once they are up. But if I could just show you. Hang on, how do I switch this round? This is the carnage of unpacking my books so far. Some of it is still in the box. I quit. Okay. This is the problem when you have no energy. You start a project and you get like just a minuscule amount in, and you're just like, oh crap, I have to stop now. Yeah, I really want to put the rest of them. I just feel like I'm surrounded by books now, which is also my happy place. You know, like, it's a lot because I have anxiety about things being untidy. I always keep everything in order. Maybe I'm probably a little OCD. I don't know. I've never been clinically diagnosed or whatever, but I like things in a certain place and in a certain way and tidy, because I have a tendency to trip over things. I have a lack of energy. So if I have to tidy up and then do something, by the time I've tidied up, I don't have the energy to do the thing I got up to do, which sometimes can be literally just going to the bathroom or trying to get some food, or, you know, the smallest everyday things. There's now books everywhere, so I panic when things are out of place. And also left over from when I was very, very sick, I'm obsessively, I have to clean things, because if I get a bug and start throwing up, all hell breaks loose. I'm very, very scared of ever getting sick again. So now I've just got all these books around me. So I'm starting to think this was a very bad idea, and I'm starting to have a bit of a panic attack. I'm on the edge of it. So this video is not what it started out to be. It was going to be this fun kind of ding 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 background music, fast forward me putting up all my books, and instead it's me having a slight panic attack that all these books are around me. The piles that they're in are categorized, so they were going to be easier to put on the shelf. So far I have if I can show you. Okay, so we have my special editions, which are either first editions, signed editions, special one-off Waterstones editions, American editions, things like that of my hardbacks. This pile here is all dystopian. So we have The Animals of Farthing Wood. I don't know, that should be in the children's section. This is the miscellaneous pile, which is just like random things like the sister book and mindfulness and like a dictionary of Bristol and things like that. We do have the 50 Shades of Grey series. I have had that hidden on my bookshelf for a very long time and you haven't known about it because it's been behind a bunch of other books. I don't know whether to put it up. I can't decide yet. Then we have sort of autobiographies or ish stories about people's lives. So we have Bridget Jones' Diary series. Then this great big pile here is autobiographies again, or fictional versions of somebody's life, but very, very close to their life. Next to that we have the classics section, so that has the Shakespeare and Jane Austen and things like that. That one there is what is that? I think that's the YA and romantic pile, so things like The Fault in Our Stars, also If Only by Melanie Murphy. Then we have the very, very gay piles, my favourite pile, all the David Leathers, Call Me By Your Name, Becky Albertalli is in that pile somewhere, and I will of course put authors with authors because I tend to like that. Over here, this pile here is all the comics and graphic novels pile, and then the random stuff I'd like to put on the shelves if there's any room, like my Where's Wally Gromit and all my pop vinyls. Here we have the poetry section, so we have, that's the sort of play as well, so we have Vagina Monologues, plays, Frankenstein, the play version, Dylan Thomas, so all the kind of stuff like that. And in that box here we have more autobiographies, the children's pile, so all my children's books, and I believe there's quite a lot of poetry left in that corner as well. So that's all of them so far. Yikes. And bearing in mind my journals and diaries are already on the bookshelf, as are the board games, and all my cookery books are already up on the bookshelf. So yeah, I've bit enough more than I can chew here. It's just going to be the proof of the pudding that I'm not very well and I have panic attacks and I run out of energy quickly. And I can't make the content I want to make, which is very frustrating. This is turning into a moany vlog, but this is why there isn't a lot of content on my channel. That is what I planned it to be. I wanted to carry on with the hormone diaries, but I've had to stop that because I've run out of energy to be able to do all the research, because I'm having to deal with some stuff behind the scenes that includes me doing lots of brain power. It's causing a lot of hassle, and so a lot of things YouTube wise are getting dropped. I don't do montagey beautiful vlogs because I don't have the editing tools on my computer because I'm dyslexic and I can't work out how to use them. Like I really miss Windows Media Player. I figured out how that worked. I knew every single trick in the book to make editing easier, because I'd spent the weller years of my life using it. And now my brain is at a point where it's really not very well anymore. It doesn't take on information quickly. It took me like 6 months to work out how to use an iPhone. I'm not at that stage where new information goes in anymore. So I'm finding everything very overwhelming, and that's why, like, my photo every day, that one you see, the montage of my face changing over years and years and years. Also, like, I'm 2 years behind now. I am still doing it, but because Windows Media crashed and we never got it back again, I've had to re-edit all 7 years, because we're on 7 years now, and on a new system. And I'm having to do each single one by hand and line up the pupils in my eyes by hand to back do 5 years worth. It's a lot of hard work, and when my brain isn't functioning and when I have a lot of stress going on, I haven't touched it in a long time. I'm rambling a lot. This has turned into a very rambly vlog of where I am at the moment, which is very, very stressed. And now I have a room full of books and I'm trying to calm myself down because I'm panicking. So I think I'm going to stop this here. I'll probably just put this as a January update. And then hopefully in about a couple of weeks' time I will have put all of these books up, because I think it's going to take a long time because there's a lot. Thanks for watching this all the way to the end if you made it. The shaky camera angle and everything, and I hope you guys are good and having a non-stressful New Year. I'm not flashing, I swear, it's just this top is very booby all of a sudden. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.